This is TS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. You're watching Business Report. I'm Musaze Isesele. In the past decade, South Africa has experienced a tremendous increase in the number of individuals earning income outside of their formal employment. According to some, this was necessitated by the country's steadily rising unemployment figures. But many people have also recognized the potential that exists to earn a second income through an entrepreneurial venture while still employed. The COVID-19 pandemic, the national lockdown response, and the work-from-home protocols have also made it easier than ever for employed individuals to operate small businesses from home, giving them an opportunity to generate income elsewhere while they remained employed. WhatsApp has announced 2 new features to make it easier for people to know what's available and for entrepreneurs to quickly sell their products on WhatsApp for business. The company said that it is now providing businesses the ability to create and manage their catalog through its WhatsApp web and desktop platforms rather than just mobile phones. In a statement, the company stated that since many businesses manage their inventory from a computer, this new option will make it quick and easy to add new items or services so their customers know what's available. This, it claims, will be helpful for businesses with big inventories like a restaurant or clothing store so they can manage their catalog from a bigger screen. The Foreign and Water Affairs Ministers of Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan met in Kinshasa, DR Congo, to resume trilateral negotiations on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam funded by the African Union. The meeting was held to review the progress of the negotiation and to chart a course forward. Deputy Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Demeke Mekonnen, in his opening remarks gave Ethiopia's commitment towards the successful completion of the negotiation under the AU framework and also underlined the rights of all the riparian countries to use the Nile River and the need for cooperation. Mekonnen further stressed the importance of reversing the monopoly of the use of the waters of the Nile by the downstream countries. A host of Asian shares climbed to 3-week high on Wednesday as investors observed the upcoming earnings season for further signs of a global economic recovery while the dollar slipped to a 2-week low. MSCI's broadcast index of Asia-Pacific shares outside of Japan was up 0.3% for its second straight day of gains, going as high as 697.01, a level last seen on March 18th. Japan's Nikkei was higher while Australian shares rose 0.6% and South Korea's KOSPI added 0.5%. Chinese shares, however, were weaker with the blue-chip CSI 300 index down about 1% after a strong rally last week. According to David Kelly, Chief Global Market Strategist at JP Morgan Asset Management, the U.S. economy is experiencing the first effects of a powerful double-dose vaccine of broad inoculation and fiscal stimulus. The reality is that forecasts remain very uncertain, but early signs show the recovery is accelerating, suggesting a faster return to normal than many had dared to hope a few months ago, Kelly added. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has predicted that China will drive global economic growth in the coming years as the world recovers from a pandemic which has claimed close to 3 million fatalities. According to Bloomberg calculations based on IMF forecasts published on Tuesday, China will contribute more than 1/5 of the total increase in the world's gross domestic product in the 5 years through 2026. Global GDP is expected to rise by more than $28 trillion, which is 23.5 trillion euro, equivalent to $122 trillion over that period, after falling by $2.8 trillion last year in the biggest peacetime shock to output since the Great Depression. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TS Television, and you're watching Business Report. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has expressed concern about Ghana's continuous granting of tax exemptions to companies and investors at a time when the country's economy needs increased revenues to navigate its way out of the debt trap. The fund stated that the tax exemptions remain the weakest link to all efforts to improve tax collection, which is necessary to narrow the fiscal deficit and reduce a debt burden that now requires almost half of total revenue and grants to service. The IMF resident representative to Ghana, Dr. Albert Twanamama, said while fielding questions that exemptions were depriving the state of billions of cedis every year, with conservative estimates showing that between 3% and 5% of gross domestic product was lost every year to the current tax holiday regime. In a bid to follow international certification, coffee farmers have been asked to produce quality that will get to more markets and earn good prices. A representative from Tanzania's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Trade, Investments and Productive Sector gave the advice in a training and workshop that was held in Moshi. The training, funded by various agencies and organizations such as the European Union amongst others, was meant to provide knowledge on the importance of IMS to small and medium enterprises (SMEs). Furthermore, the representative thanked the EU for funding the training and applauded the government for making efforts to improve and grow the agriculture sector in the country. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, said it has rejected Kenya's loan request. This is coming on the heels of the country's current debt status. Kenya's total public debt reached Kenya's shilling of 7.25 trillion at the end of November 2020. The country's projected debt is expected to hit Kenyan shilling of 9 trillion by 2023. The institution has provided Kenya shilling 78.3 billion credit facilities for Kenya to fight coronavirus. The first batch of Kenya shilling 34.5 billion is to be delivered this week to support the next phase of COVID-19 response. The loan given to the country by the IMF is to offer support due to the effects from the pandemic. Shoprite Holdings, a South African company, has disclosed that its sale in Nigerian outlets is being concluded. According to the company, operations in the country will be shut down by placing a 100% equity stake in its Nigerian retail stores. Following the recent financial report for December 2020 on the company's website on Tuesday, the company awaits approval from the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission after, in its latest financial report for December 2020 operation, obtained from the company's website on Tuesday, Shoprite stated that the company was awaiting approval from the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission after having the transaction with the commission. The company management seeks to get approval on the transaction by the end of 2021 financial year. Top trades in the Nigerian Stock Exchange include UACN, Access, FBNH, Zenith Bank, and Fidelity Bank. UACN is 34,049,100 naira, while Access is 26,347,367 naira. First Bank Nigeria Holdings is 18,931,842 naira, and Zenith Bank is 16,586,858 naira. Fidelity Bank is 15,305,304 naira. After the Nigerian stock market resumed from Easter public holidays on Tuesday, it saw a loss of 0.39% as a result of bearish trend. All-share index lost 150.13 points to close 38,766.61 compared with 38,916.74. That was achieved before the break. Market capitalization also lost 78 billion naira to close at 20.28 trillion naira from 20.361 trillion. Market's loss was driven by price depreciation in large and medium capitalized stocks, amongst which are Guinness Nigeria, MRS Oil Nigeria, Guaranty Trust Bank, Boa Cement, and Aluminium Extrusion Industries. In exchange rate, dollar to naira is at 478 naira and a selling price of 485 naira. Pounds to naira has a buying price of 664 naira and selling price of 674 naira. Euro to naira has a buying price of 565 naira and selling price of 573 naira. We'll bring you more report from the Nigerian stock reports tomorrow. And that's it on Business Report Africa. Thank you for watching. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at TOS TV Network. I'm Musaze Isesele. Thank you for watching.